Hi guys, LoveBookTriangleLindsey here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about some of my unpopular opinions. I need to get this one over with right away, and that is Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. This was during my annotating phase when I was trying to annotate books. Now this book is probably one of the most popular books that Colleen has written, but it is my least favorite. I still have a few books of Colleen's to read, but it's probably always going to be my least favorite. Now, I'm going to warn you guys right now, spoiler alert, this book has to do with cheating. There is cheating in here. What happens is there's this girl who finds out her boyfriend is cheating with her roommate, and she has nowhere to go, and this guy who lives right near her offers up a place in his home, and the guy, he's deaf, but they just start connecting. And what really ticks me off is this guy has a girlfriend, and the main girl, she knows this, but she still starts like this relationship with him. And here you are, someone who just got cheated on by your boyfriend and a friend you care deeply about, and here you are now doing it to someone else. You know how bad it feels. You just had this happen to you, and now it just doesn't seem to matter anymore. You're gonna crush someone else's heart. So cheating is just like an ultimate no-no to me, and that is why I can't stand this book. Colleen's writing is fine. Nothing wrong with that. Colleen is still one of my favorite authors. I just can't stand this book. Now, if the cheating aspect wasn't in there, I think it would be fine, because otherwise they could be likable characters, but no, you cheated after you were just cheated on, letting someone else feel the misery that you yourself were just in. So I do not like this book. Another unpopular opinion I have is Throne of Glass. Now that is only for the first 2-3 books in the series. I really didn't fall in love with it until book 4. Now, Throne of Glass, the first one of it all, you get introduced to this assassin, and for an assassin I thought she could have been a little more badass. That was the problem with me in this one, just saying all this stuff about her, giving her all this hype in the book, and that part just kind of fell flat for me. And book 2, Crown of Midnight, I felt like book 2 was just a big flustercluck of a love triangle, and I wanted more of the story, but it just seems like their relationship problems. But then as it goes on, I really enjoyed the series. If you've watched some of my previous videos, the last book in the series is my favorite read of 2018. So it just goes to show you might not enjoy something at first, but you can later down the road if you decide to continue. This again was during an annotating phase of mine, but another unpopular opinion is Miss Peregrine's, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Home for Peculiar Children. This is a book I did not finish. Let's see, the last sticky note in here was on page 155. Maybe I got further. I don't even remember. But I had these books on my shelf, and I initially started to read this one because of the movie that was coming out, but I couldn't get into it. I mean, it was an interesting concept of these different weird abilities that these peculiar children have, and I think that's what got me interested in the first place. But I didn't like the story, slow moving for me, and the characters, I just didn't find that interesting. I wanted more from them. And I do have the other 2 books, well 3 now. I think the next one came out, but I just have the next 2 in the series, but it's probably one I'm not going to finish. And luckily I got these books for either cheap or technically free because I had a gift card, and I know I got one at a thrift store, so I didn't spend a lot of money on these, so I won't feel that bad, but I'm gonna have to give them away. The last book I'm going to share with you guys for my unpopular opinion is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I think what kind of ruined some things for me was the hype that was driven around this book. There was just so much going on before I could even read it, and all this talk, but the world to me is interesting because it has to do with fae and humans trying to grow up in their world, trying to fit in, and I liked that part. That's why I wanted to read it in the first place. But for the title being The Cruel Prince, I wanted more of that, more to match the title. I mean, don't get me wrong, the guy is mean, but I just want so much more from this world. I was just pulling and grabbing and hoping it would get more from certain characters and more from the world itself. The Wicked King, I believe, comes out February 8th, the next book in this series, and even though I didn't really care for this as much, I'm a little curious to see what's to come next. And actually the other day I was looking at different audiobook stuff on my library app, and they already had The Wicked King up in ebook and audiobook form, and I just decided to place a hold on the audiobook. And there wasn't that many people ahead of me on the audiobook. There was a lot more wanting the ebook. It's not a priority to read the next one, but when my hold comes to me, I will listen to it, and I'm hoping I can be more wowed in The Wicked King. But I love the cover of The Wicked King already, so that looks cool. There's just some of my unpopular opinions. Let me know below if you disagree with me and some of the books that I showed you, or if you agree and these books just weren't for you. Till next time, guys, thanks for listening. Bye.